The Council on American Islamic Relations is suing Governor Abbott and the state after the governor declared the group a foreign terrorist organization. The group, which goes by CAIR, called the accusations false and defamatory. Fox 4's Amelia Jones spoke to the governor while at a stop in Frisco today. Amelia.
Heather, CAIR, the Council on American Islamic Relations, is currently classified as a U.S. civil rights group, and it's never been considered a foreign terror organization. The lawsuit is asking a federal court to block the proclamation by Governor Greg Abbott to stop it from being enforced. During a campaign event today, the governor doubled down on his decision.
Basically, what the governor did was unconstitutional for a multitude of reasons.
Thursday, CAIR, the Council on American Islamic Relations, announced it filed a lawsuit against Governor Greg Abbott over his proclamation to be considered a foreign terror organization. Attorneys for the organization say the governor's proclamation is defamatory and could cause harm to Muslims in Texas. The lead attorney on the case, Charles Swift, also alleges the governor overstepped his authority.
He's entered into the exclusive realm of the federal government. Under the Supremacy Clause and well-established case law set out in our brief or in our complaint, the federal government alone controls foreign sanctions. Governor Abbott decided to appropriate that power to himself to retaliate against CAIR.
In the proclamation, the governor essentially tries to tie CAIR to a multinational collection of groups called the Muslim Brotherhood. Earlier this year, the Secretary of State suggested designating branches of the Muslim Brotherhood as terror organizations. During a campaign event on Thursday, the governor reiterated his position, citing a near 20-year-old criminal case and recent comments made by current and former CAIR leaders.
One of the founders of CAIR in Texas is in prison for 65 years because of financing terrorism. Just 2 years ago, in the aftermath of the October 7th attack by Hamas on Israel, the executive director of CAIR was praising that attack that killed Americans. There is a long-standing connection between CAIR and terror.
The executive director, Nihad Awad, said his remarks about the October 7th Hamas attack were taken out of context, and he said he did not support the attack. The governor also cited a new Texas law seeking to block certain people, entities, or companies from purchasing land, and he may use it to block anyone connected to CAIR. When asked what sparked this, the governor did mention his ongoing targeting of proposed Muslim-centric developments in Collin County.
And we will ensure that project never gets off the ground.
And attorneys for CAIR are ready to take the fight to court.
Cannot predict what the federal government can do, but I can tell you what the Constitution says, and the Constitution would not allow CAIR to be targeted or named or any part without due process of law. And we look forward to meeting any such allegations actually in a court because they are meritless.
The federal court has 21 days to respond back to the lawsuit. Heather, Steve.
Amelia.